Okay, hello, welcome. Glad you're here. Yes, desktop audio is on, so go ahead and feel free to say hi.
Hello.
Okay, awesome, fantastic, wonderful. Welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons game, which we are currently calling the Bad Decisions Club, which I really like. I think it's a really great one. Lionar, welcome. Glad you're here.
Ooh, you should change the name of the stream to Bad Decisions Club.
I could do that. So I don't know if you can tell, but I'm dead behind these eyes right now. I have been working more or less full tilt solidly from 7 a.m. until now, so it's been about 11 hours. Yeah, it's been two 11-hour days back to back, so please, friends, forgive me if I'm a little bit less than energetic during this particular stream.
But you made it through.
I did.
You're here
We
now.
can
I did make it through.
totally
I lived
Like-
mostly.
not do touchback at the end of this one so that you could pass out.
No, I'll
when
be
we're
fine.
done.
I'll be fine. Once I get going, I'm fine.
All right.
So
well,
how much
see.
caffeine have you had?
Not as much as I should have, and I stopped early because I know that if I drink caffeine later in the afternoon, I won't be able to sleep. But anyway, let's start with introducing ourselves. I am about to call myself Mr. Cunningham.
Hey.
I am Rob. I'm your DM for the evening, which means I'll be playing a bunch of NPCs, but also playing a bunch of NPCs today. Em, who are you?
It's me. I'm also half asleep because I've been packing for vacation. I haven't been
Hopefully
packing
between
for
the two of
vacation.
us-
I've been thinking about packing for vacation.
Hopefully between the two of us, we can make one semi-competent DM. So Emma's going to be helping me out with some NPCs, and maybe a little bit of commentary might be kind of fun. Maybe between the
My
two of
goal
us.
is to make us 1.5 semi-competent DMs, so you got to do at least one because I'm only doing half.
All right, I'll do my best. Gail,
Rude.
who are you? Who are you playing?
I am Gail or Olivia, and I am playing Echo, a monk who's maybe trying to pass himself off as something else during this upcoming bout.
And Jen, who are you? Who are you playing?
I am playing Kretha, the Goblin Ranger, and her frog Stinky. And we will be attempting to pretend to be like Mission Impossible?
First off, giant frog. Let's not minimize Stinky in this.
No,
But-
no, that's the wizard's
He's a-
job.
I think it's an
He's a big
average size frog.
Maybe in D&D.
Of his kind, yes.
Jeff, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hi, everyone. I play Calder, our resident sorcerer who's secretly 12 traumas stacked on top of each other in a coat.
Fair enough.
A lie, he doesn't have a coat.
They're just little traumas. That's why there has to be 12 of them.
So now my recap of the last session is going to be even more sort of sparse than it usually is. I remember running individual scenes more or less with each of you. I remember Calder being approached by the House of Lords through a friend of his, and him balking at some of the ways they characterized his friends. We'll talk more about that in a second. I remember this is the last session, right? I'm not like flashbacking to 2 sessions ago. Okay,
Oh, you're
good.
fine.
Just
We'll circle back to that.
just making sure. And then Kretha, I remember you got involved with a hobgoblin on the wrong side of town. Not involved, but you met a hobgoblin in the wrong side of town. And some shenanigans there happen, which we'll talk about in a second. Gail, you Echo and Barnabas had a bit of a heart-to-heart.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of a revealing scene for both of you. Then, if I recall, all of you got together and you started planning for the heist that is to come. And if I remember, I gotta stop saying that. The general plan is that you're going to enter this tournament that the Xanathar seems to have. The barkeep from the Yawning Portal, Durnan, yes, Durnan, not Durgadin, the dwarf spirit. Durnan has said he's got an in with you. If you want to do it, you can get in on it and maybe earn some respect from the Xanathar Guild, and perhaps, if you win 3 bouts in a row, get a boon from the Xanathar, who, by the way, is a giant floating eyeball. And that's kind of the plan. And Kreetha's going to sneak in under the guise of a goblin worker. And I missed a lot of stuff, so let's start with Gale. What did I miss in that really rambling and awful synopsis?
It wasn't too bad. Echo and Kreetha joined a gang. It was really surprisingly easy. And that's where we're getting all the info about what the goblin workers in the Xanathar Guild, like what they wear, where to show up, who we could have as a contact, how to like kind of sneak in. So we did a little espionage. And
We
it
just
leads
had to look really, really vulnerable.
So, Jen, because that happened a little bit later, right? Earlier
Yes,
on,
that's it.
Kreetha was just wandering about in Waterdeep, and why don't you tell me a little
Yes.
bit about what happened then?
Kreetha was wandering around Waterdeep and actually had gotten lost, which, I mean, it's not surprising. She is not necessarily a city girl. This is the first time she's been in a big city. And she got down an alleyway and was approached by the leader of that gang. Don't ask me to remember his name.
I don't remember it either. It probably starts with a G.
And he was very creepy to her.
No, I named him Horker. That's right. I named him after the walrus in Skyrim, so I would remember the name. Yes.
Now I remember. Yes. So yeah, he was very creepy, and Kreetha ran away by jumping across. She was obviously on Stinky by jumping across the rooftops and kind of got caught out a little bit by the Griffin guard.
That's right. The Griffin riders noticed you jumping from roof to roof and kind of pulling up like roof tiles as you went, and kind of like, maybe I should investigate this. And then if he was like kind of awkward with you. Yeah?
He was very awkward because of course Kreetha's first response is, "Don't eat this!" Because she's tiny, she's on a frog, hawks eat frogs, it's a giant griffin.
Griffins are absolutely carnivores, yes.
So instinctual reaction is to make yourself small and beg for your life.
And then Jeff, if I recall, stop saying that, goddammit. Jeff, you went to a hunt lodge with some hoity-toity friends that wanted to like, schmooze with you a bit, and things went a little bit bad. Why don't you tell us about that?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It went amazing for me.
That's true.
They were. Everything was borderline up until someone decided to pull a racism, and I gave them a couple of opportunities to walk it back. And they didn't, and so I broke their stuff. With the second debut of Acid Ball, which is quickly becoming a favorite of mine.
That's right. You dissolved, I believe, a trophy.
Yeah, and no one died, so they don't have anything to complain about because I broke a toy. I'm sure that will have no consequences for me whatsoever.
Absolutely not. And then the sort of last bit was planning. Hi, Bane. Welcome. Glad you're here. You caught us during the pregame, so I get to say hello. Also, I see Gale is, of course, as always, in here and has subscribed for 12 months. The 1-year anniversary of your subscription. I appreciate you so much. But also, you're right there, so, So, we started planning, and I gave a general outline of the plan. And I believe where we're going to start is with the goblin infiltration of the Xanathar Guild. So before we start with that, I wanted to ask, is the plan to try to sneak into the Xanathar Guild, or is the plan to try to infiltrate as a worker?
It's to infiltrate as a worker. So
excellent.
Remember that we had talked about Echo and Kreetha sneaking in on a fight night that we're not doing to do a preview sneak and look about as
Gotcha.
that's why we snuck into or well, not snuck in, but got ourselves gang.
That, I
Game
think, is where we will
people.
begin our story. So I'm going to go ahead and take us over to the game table. I hope.
Game table.